Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, energy drink, whatever it might be, as we go over this past week's crypto news. And yeah, Hurricane Helene and Milton has banged up Florida pretty good. Last week I was out and about. Glad I went to Orlando the previous weekend because Milton just came through well, like a hurricane, and yeah, Florida's pretty banged up. North Carolina's pretty banged up. A lot of people in the country reeling from all these storms. We got two, maybe three more developing, but they should be unfortunately impacting others and not us. Not a fish storm, but just impacting other countries because we got some fall fronts coming in protecting us. I'm not a weatherman, but I'm pretty damn good at being a meteorologist and being prepared living in Florida since 1996. But Bitcoin fell to 59K earlier this week. A few of the colleagues, again, reaching out, making sure I'm aware because I have been very, very busy, and I appreciate everybody checking in on us and the family, making sure we're okay during the hurricane, the tornadoes, all that good stuff, as well as just, hey, Bitcoin hit 59K, so I can DCA $10, $20, not big money, but again, just trying to expand upon my original Bitcoin position. So Bitcoin fell down to 59K, but today's a beautiful green day. Bitcoin's up to 2.38% to 63K, 63.2K. Ethereum not over to 2,500 mark yet. BNB still holding in the high 500s. We got Avalanche looking pretty good. It's actually up almost 10% to $29. Sue up 11% to $2.25. That's actually pretty dang good, to be honest. Phantom, Immutable X, Dog with Hat, almost near $3. So what we've been doing is honestly waiting for some of these altcoins to do really, really well. I don't have any Popcat. Probably should have got some. And some other altcoins, newer altcoins, even Pepe's doing good. That is up quite a significant percentage. So Bitcoin chart, if we come back here, we are currently on the daily. You could see on this candle right here, which is Thursday, October 10th, right? So 2 days ago, Bitcoin hit right at like 59K, the bottom of 59K. Good buying opportunities, not financial advice, but you could see we kind of fell below this legacy trend line again, but then regained and got right back above it. So now it's turned back to support. And you can see that we bounced off of it. So we went through it, but technically kind of bounced off of it because if you don't count this wick and just this candle, you can see like that's where it bottomed out at. We bounced off of it here, here, here. So I've been keeping an eye on this legacy trend line. We've often fell through it, like over here in this area, over here in this area. And then we have this other legacy trend line, which we've been bouncing off of at the top, which is in this case like high 64K, 65K, somewhere in that range, which has turned resistance / support in the past because of where we bounced off of everything. So I'm keeping these legacy lines. They're basically a moot point because this is all new territory, right? Anything between 74K and the previous all-time high is all new territory. There could be massive resistance and buying opportunities and short sellers ready to go at certain levels, key levels. So I'm keeping my eye on everything. But long story short, for me, what I'm looking at, and this is just my personal opinion, not financial advice, what I'm looking at here is a retest of the high 64Ks and maybe a rejection, but chopped sideways in the high 64, maybe low or high 63K range, and then a break past it. That's what I'm looking for. And these teal lines or these green lines at the top and bottom here of your screen, I'm looking for those key levels, right, to be broken. When will we break them is a good question. That's why the title of today's video is Bitcoin Do Something, because I know everybody has been accumulating Bitcoin, not just us, the retail investors, but also many of the institutions and companies and stuff like that. I don't think, again, they're ready for a moonshot, but they've been quietly accumulating. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and jump into today's news. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, please feel free to send a message or at me or send a super chat if you can afford to do so. Good morning to Jay Bohannon, Dan Sand, Rud Puts, and Sam Fisher. Bitcoin bounces 7% above 62K as crypto traders eye China stimulus statement. Basically, crypto sharply rebounded on Friday from the previous day's lows when Bitcoin retaking 63K as investors quickly shrugged off worries over slightly hotter inflation readings, turning their attention to fiscal policy update on China Saturday. Bitcoin, which we know is the leading cryptocurrency, shot up 7% from Thursday's fall of 59K after a hotter U.S. CPI inflation report, bucking this week's trend of giving up gains during the U.S. trading hours. Recently, Bitcoin was up 5.5 over 24 hours, outperforming the CoinDesk 20's index, or the CD20, 4.7% advance. Tokens like Solana, Avalanche, Render were leaders among the altcoin majors with 6 to 8% gains. The only token of the CoinDesk 20 index with a negative daily return was Uniswap, which slightly shed some of its Thursday's gains that were spurred by the decentralized exchange plan to launch its own layer 2 network. So big news coming from Uniswap, and some of the altcoins rallied pretty damn good throughout the week. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 closed the week with record highs. The U.S. dollar index paused below 103 after steeply strengthening over the past week as traders repriced expectations for federal Fed interest rate cuts and solid jobs reports, right? So we're waiting what the Fed's going to do the next time around. I believe people are still betting on the 0.25 basis point, but we'll see how things go. Crypto-related stocks also reflected positive sentiment as Bitcoin miners, including Mara Holdings, Riot Platform, BitDeer, soared between 5 to 10%. U.S. crypto exchange Coinbase ended up 7%. MicroStrategy also, which is one of the largest Bitcoin holders with nearly 16 billion of assets, surged 16%, the highest price since March 2000. The company's share was price premium versus its Bitcoin holdings also broadening to the widest since 2021. Now, China, because China does play a role in crypto as much as many people may not like China. I have no problems with China. I know there's some very intelligent people. I have many Chinese colleagues in the space, in the crypto blockchain space. So I don't look at the country faults because of certain high-powered leadership. I look at the individuals themselves, and every interaction I have with these individuals, while they might be vying to take my job here in the States, are really good people. And so, you just be calm, be collected, talk with them, be a normal person, and, understand that if you are an industry expert, that they might be trying to pry information. It sounds friendly, pry information out of you, because they have the government backing. So that's why a lot of people are playing things close to the vest. We got chip makers, we got manufacturers. They're taking over the EV market. They're taking over the chip making market. They're trying to gain more market share of even nuclear fusion, which has been copied some of our North American companies as far as their fusion technology and setup. So they're just trying to grow and outgrow North America, which is a threat to the U.S. interests. So they automatically want to slap them with fines and all kinds of stuff. And it's just this negative connotation on the Chinese. And I don't really agree with it. I don't like it. So again, being an open mind and understanding that China does play a huge role, right? They're the second largest Bitcoin mining country. They're the second largest holder of Bitcoin by a government standpoint, I believe. And they play a major role in blockchain and crypto, as much as many people may not like it. But anyways, macroeconomic factors and everything I just said about China is my personal views and opinions. It should have no bearing on your thoughts and opinions. That's yours. We're two separate individuals. I'm not trying to influence you in changing your ways of belief. Just be a little bit more open-minded, a little bit more accepting of the Chinese people because they are very kind. Macroeconomic factors influence crypto prices have shifted away from monetary policy to the U.S. election outcome, Coinbase analyst David Dung said, and David Han said on the Friday report. The key catalyst for crypto volatility might be the upcoming China fiscal policy update by the finance minister, slated for early Saturday UTC. What's up, Crypto Mikkel viewers and subscribers? Thank you for stopping by. Crypto Mikkel, appreciate for dropping on in. Investors anticipate more financial stimulus for the ailing Chinese economy and financial markets, which could reverberate in the digital market as well. As most markets will be closed during the next briefing, we expect traders could turn to crypto markets as a way to express their proxy views on size and shape of China's fiscal announcements. Mark Thielen, founder of 10x Research, noted that the recent U.S. economy data shows a resilient economy and jobs market, ailing past concerns over the imminent recession. This sets the stage for risk assets to perform well in the year end, and may take little to drive the crypto prices. A significant move is likely on the horizon, and diligent traders will be well positioned to capture it. So, China fiscal policy may reverberate through the digital asset market. I know in the past couple of weeks we talked about people eyeing, a 70K Bitcoin soon, yada yada yada. Looking at the chart again, I believe we got some resistance leading up to 70K. So here at obviously let's get to 64 before we start talking about 70K. But we got 64, and then I believe we have major resistance at 68, and then major resistance at that 69K 70 range, and that green trend line is 72, basically high 71, 72. So let's get to 64 before we start worrying about 70K. But I know a lot of people were talking about wanting that to happen, expecting that to happen, and then here we got some additional data or information with China's fiscal maneuvering or economic maneuvering. We could see some gains on the horizon. So positive news nonetheless, but still some negatives here and there. Bitcoin fell 24%. The last time this metric turned negative, will it happen again? So they're calling for a 24% because a certain metric has flashed. But let's see what that metric is. The Bitcoin reaction reflects investors' views that there's an increased chance of a recession, right? A lot of people are concerned about the recession. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported a 0.2% increase in the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, for September compared to the prior month, which triggered concerns of stagflation. In this scenario, prices continue to rise despite economic stagnation, which is contrary to the central bank's objectives of stimulating growth while controlling inflation. Meanwhile, jobs in the U.S. Rose to a 14-month high, according to the data released on October 10th. Initial finding for unemployment benefits, unexpected increase, reaching the season's adjusted 258,000 by October 5th. Although part of the rise can be attributed to the labor strike on Boeing, which Boeing did, and a number of companies are laying off key employees, EK, but EK US wasn't as big as EK Global or whatever the international brand is, and nobody cares anyways after what bullcrap the leadership put them through. But the point being is companies are laying off others. Good morning, Pellish. Thank you for stopping by. Mining of the North, Golden Wolf, Son of Rabid, Automatic Beats. Hang tight, guys. Chill out. Enjoy the show. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. At me or send a super chat. But just hang tight. Got some news articles as we roll through here. While there's no guarantee that Bitcoin price would adversely affect the U.S. Federal Reserve, is compelling to adopt a tighter monetary policy. Investors fear an overheated economy will cause a stock market correction. Consequently, traders' morale is dampening, given the current high 88% price correlation between the S&P 500 and Bitcoin. We talked about the correlation between traditional stocks and Bitcoin for quite some time and how we want them to separate. I don't want them to be correlated, but the same players that are in TradeFi are also in the top blockchain projects, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, whatever it might be. And oftentimes, if I'm a trader in both sectors, if I'm taking losses over here, I can offset some of those losses with trades over here and vice versa. Liquidate this to go ahead and move to this, move this to over here. Like, it's just this, and then plus you could get away with a lot more in the blockchain crypto sector than you could in TradFi. Like if anybody thinks manipulation is not in blockchain / crypto trading, they're full of crap. If anybody thinks that people aren't gaming the system, that's full of crap. Now it might be a little bit harder to game the system on TradFi than blockchain and crypto, but it is certainly happening in crypto, and the gains in crypto can be substantially higher. It's a higher risk, but substantially higher than normal TradFi. For example, the S&P 500 probably get an average of anywhere between 2.5 to 5% year to year on the S&P 500, whereas the risk is, yeah, you could get Bitcoin at a 48K when it fell, and then at the end of the year it's at 68K. You know, you could see some significant gains from that. Anyways, basically, Bitcoin traders to become less optimistic about short-term prices, especially after 2 consecutive days of outflows from the US spot ETFs. We're going to talk about an article about that. The ETFs have recovered, but the data, the fear of the recession, and concerns, you know, are being raised about Bitcoin in the short term. And that was earlier this week, right? That was when Bitcoin, as we talked about, fell down to, you know, 59K. But it has since recovered to 63K. Fear and greed index is at 43. So that quickly reversed, all right? But Bitcoin's bearish momentum accelerated after reports that the market maker Cumberland DRW was sued by the SEC for acting as an unregistered dealer in cryptocurrency transactions. According to the statement from the regulator, the Chicago-based company profited from sales of crypto assets akin of sales of commodities. I never messed around with Cumberland DRW. I'm pretty sure that's more of a high-end thing, not like a retail thing. But if you have any information about that, feel free to leave it in the live chat or the comments. But Bitcoin derivatives reflect short-term sell pressure. So, yep, definitely we're having a lot of sell pressure on Bitcoin. And again, that drop on October 10th was pretty good. Now, the indicator they're talking about, which is this same indicator, it's on this chart right here, right? Bitcoin 2-month futures analyzed premium. On October 10th, the Bitcoin basis rate dropped below 5% neutral threshold for the first time in more than 2 months. Most importantly, the last time this indicator flipped bearish on August 5th, Bitcoin dropped 24.6% in 3 days. So could that still happen? Possibly. So the indicator flashed on the 10th. Today's the 12th. Tomorrow is what we're looking at. So if we can get through this weekend sustaining where we're at the 63K arena, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm honestly not worried about it anyways, but let's just calculate a 24% drop from where we were on the 10th, right? So let's just go from the high on the 10th and then see where that 24% puts us. So if we go from here, oh, wrong thing. Get the ruler. If we go from here, 24% would put us below 48K, which I do not find likely. But let's go ahead and do 24%, 46.1K. Again, there's a lot of buying pressure on the way down. We got some key areas, like for example, 58K, 56K is kind of okay. 54K is a big, strong area. And then 52 as well. If we go look at the previous charts or the earlier historical data, and obviously 50K and then 48K. So for us to hit 46K, we would have to blow through multiple areas of support. So I find that unlikely. And again, after this article came out, which was focusing on the 10th of October, where we did fall significantly. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, for some of the people that just joined us after the fact, it was a good buying opportunity. I had some colleagues reach out to me, remind me, let me know, hey, Bitcoin fell, it's below 50, it's below 60K, and you know, grabbing $10, $20, DCAing my position. So I wouldn't be too concerned about this indicator they're talking about, but we still are not past the 3 days, I guess you could say. All right, again, I'm not going to read this article, but this is another point compared to previous caffeines and cryptos where I talk about, regardless of who's president, Bitcoin and the top cryptocurrencies will thrive, is my opinion, in my opinion only. I know one side wants the president, XYZ president to win, and the other side wants XYZ president to win. But regardless of who's president, I do believe Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies will continue to thrive. The question is it going to thrive here in the States? Is the States going to be the leader? Or are we going to have the EU become the leader? Are we going to have China become the leader? So on and so forth. And when you start bringing up those points, people are like, no, I don't want XYZ country to win. And I don't want XYZ country to be the global leader. But another article where the U.S. election outcome won't stop Bitcoin from hitting 100K, says Dan Tepiero. But where does he predict that price will hit? Big events happen at the permission, or big announcements at the permissionless conference, by the way, too. But I don't see if he provided a date on it. Q4 is normally green. You can see 3 reds and a bunch of green is usually Q4. Q3 is kind of a mixed bag. Q2, same thing. So I don't think anybody can say Q4 is going to be awesome this time. It's looking good as we lead through into October. October is still technically green, but I wish Bitcoin would just do more. Bitcoin on track for the longest flat market in halving year history. So anytime there's a halving, Bitcoin goes X amount of days before it starts to jump up. But now Bitcoin's on track to experience the longest period of sideways trading during a halving year if it doesn't show significant upward movement within the next 14 days. So we got 14 days left. So towards the end of October. Otherwise, the streak is the streak. The trend is the trend. I don't care. I'm playing the long game. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about 2032, 2034, 2045, right? When I'm getting ready to retire. I would like to retire earlier, but you can wish in one hand and shit in another. See which one fills up faster. But according to the dashboard shared by CryptoQuant CEO Kim Young-ju, the longest time Bitcoin took to rise was 298 days. Bitcoin achieved its highest return index during a halving year in 2020 when it hit 4.05 points, while 2016 marked the worst halving year in terms of returns, and the index only reached 2.26. Despite being the second biggest performing year, 2012 registered the strongest start after the 298 days, achieving 2.06 points in the return index. But this year also, Bitcoin reached a new milestone with a new all-time high before the halving, so things are different. Bitcoin hit the new all-time highs roughly 240 days after an halving event for the past 4 cycles. However, the trend was broken this year when Bitcoin's price peaked at 73K on March and essentially accelerated the post-halving bull run by 260 days. However, the multiple corrections registered since the halving has lowered the acceleration rate to 60 days, according to analysts from Rec Capital. The analysts further suggest that Bitcoin is showing behavior that indicates the market is trying to reduce this acceleration period. So the halving, the pumps in which the pumps we have are reducing in size as we continue to move forward, each halving cycle. Also, they're lengthening. The time between halving to a new all-time high has lengthened as well. I know we have grown impatient, but it's still going to happen. It's just over a longer period of time before it does, and it's only going to be so high. I still believe Bitcoin can break 100K, 110K is my price target, 110 to 120, but it may be 2026 or Q4 2025 is now where my target is, where originally it was Q2 2025, maybe Q1 2025. But that is being pushed out. So again, U.S. presidential elections, see how the president comes out, what they're wanting to do, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to bring back growth and blockchain and crypto back to the states? How's the federal policy? How's the economic conditions? How's the global conditions, right? Because we got multiple conflicts in multiple areas, is not helping the situation. So if we can find a way of bringing peace in various regions, economic conditions improve, every country is starting to be more happier and richer, then things will settle down. We can really make new crazy highs in blockchain and traditional finance. But we'll see, again, wish in one hand, shit in another, see which one fills up faster. I don't know where that saying came from, but it's been told to me since I was a little boy. So, yeah. Well, it took 161 days after the halving for Bitcoin to begin its all-time high climb in 2016. It took 164 in 2020, and October 11th, Bitcoin has been trading sideways for 176 days. So 161, 164, we're already at 176. And I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Since Bitcoin is already overdue to break out of the reaccumulation range between 71K and 60K, Red Capital predicted that the sideways period could continue for another 2 months, which I would agree with that, right? October, November, December, right? This will allow enough time to reduce the acceleration rate to zero, right? Where the Fed is doing their thing, trying to complete a soft landing, CPI, unemployment, world conditions, economic conditions are just not fruitful for Bitcoin to make a run up this year. So we're gonna have to put our eye further down. And speaking of eye, that's funny that picture's there. Anyways, MicroStrategy aims for $1 trillion valuation as Bitcoin Bank. So Michael Saylor, right, is positioning itself to become a leading player in Bitcoin banking. We already knew about that in a recent interview with analysts at Bernstein. Saylor outlined the company's endgame, which involves borrowing capital at low rates, offering slightly higher returns to lenders, and investing proceeds into Bitcoin. Since 2020, MicroStrategy has aggressively acquired Bitcoin, leveraging debt and equity to bolster its holding. The firm currently owns about 252,000 Bitcoin, valued about 15 or 16 billion, with a total investment cost of approximately 9.9 billion. So they already made 5-6 billion on it. Now, if this was a private equity firm that bought a company for 10 billion or 9.9 and is at 15 right now, they're deep in the greens, right? They're basically 2x their position. That private equity firm would then break down their various company platforms and then sell it to the highest bidder. So we'll have to see how things go, but we already know what Michael Saylor is all about. MicroStrategy is all about. Whoa, Retro Mike gifted 5 subscriptions. Appreciate it. Pellish, Chuck Danger, Scott A, Gordon, Murray, Team JFK. You guys are members now. Appreciate it. Little Time Mining. What's up, man? All-time high incoming. All right. Markets forecast presidency. I feel ETFs are big influences, which is basically stock, right? Yeah, pretty much. ETFs are stocks. Maybe we can run to 96K by 2026. I mean, that's certainly possible. Let's look at the charts real quick. But let me summarize this, right? So Saylor and the crew will continue to buy up as much Bitcoin as possible. They're the biggest. The firm's strategy diverges from the traditional banking models, as Saylor argues that investing in Bitcoin presents less counterparty risk compared to lending to individuals and corporations. Despite the challenges of scaling this model, Saylor expressed confidence in the firm's ability to raise substantial capital. Other companies, including Bitcoin miners and exchanges, might want to adopt similar treasury strategies, though Saylor noted that MicroStrategy's unique market position makes it difficult for others to replicate its approach. Also, timing. Right? MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor have been doing this for a while. And yeah, timing is a big thing. So let's see what let's say, what number do you say here, Little Time Mining? You said 96, I think. What was the number you gave? 96K by 2026. Let's see here. So to get to 96K from about where we're at would be a price increase of 53%. So a 50% price increase. That's not bad. Now, I would have to zoom out really, really far. But 2026 right there. All right. So boom, Let's go 20. Let's say after taxes, Q2 2025. So it doesn't go out that far, but we're in February. Let's say March. So 510 days, 50 something percent price increase. That's a big broad window. That's a good expectation. I think we might be higher than that by 2026, but that's good to manage expectations, right? Because I don't want to promise, hey, wifey, we're going to be able to retire in, 2025, at the end of 2025, because, we made X money from blockchain, which we're not in a position to do anyways, but I'm just giving an analogy or theorizing here. You're managing expectations. It's like, it's not going to happen tomorrow, hon. We might be able to do it in 2026 because our Bitcoin holdings will be able to sustain us for, a good portion of the remainder of our life. So managing your expectations good, so that way you're not, overshooting it, hurting your enthusiasm and hurting your expectations. But anyways, Bitcoin ETFs and 3-day skid with $254 million in inflows. Remember that article previously, October 10th, talking about when this indicator flashed, we fell 24%. 24% would have put us at 46K, but there's multiple support levels, so I don't think that's possible. Yes, the indicator flashed, and 3 days later, Bitcoin fell 24%. We're not through to 3 days, so I'll tell you what, check in with me tomorrow. Let me know how we're doing. Will Bitcoin fall into the 58, 56, 52K overnight? I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's doubtful because there's so much support on the way down here. And another thing that they said in that previous article was the lack of ETF inflows. And here we are. The 3-day skid was broken. All right. And so the spot Bitcoin ETFs tailed 253.6 million in net inflows on the 11th alone, breaking 3 consecutive days of outflows. Fidelity-wise, Origin Bitcoin Fund led all with a net inflow of 117.1 million, while ARK 21 shares saw 97 mil, and then Bitwise raked in 38 mil, its largest in 11 days, while Invesco also saw some inflows. BlackRock iShare, IBIT recorded 0 inflow on the day. I bought some IBIT, not that day, but in the past. I'm just going to hang on to it long term. I don't even have a lot of shares. Like, again, retail investors compared to people that have the capital or can borrow large amounts against whatever they got, so that way they can make these big plays. Good on them. I'm not in that kind of position, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust bled another 22 million. So there are still some outflows happening. IBIT not taking off as much as it was in the beginning. And then these other ETFs raked in some pretty good inflows. But yeah, 140 million that left the Bitcoin ETFs between October 8th and 10th. So 253 positive, but 140 negative. So let's do some quick math. I'm sure you guys can calculate that in your mind. I can't. So 253 minus 140. So basically 113 positive since the 3-day skid that they were talking about, helping with the price, driving up 7% to 63K. It's a since cool off, but today is looking like a beautiful, beautiful green day. Additionally, the Ethereum ETS flows have continued to struggle. 7 of the 9 US base Ether ETFs recorded 0 on October 11th, marking the 3rd time that this happened in the last 5 trading days. So people aren't as interested in Ethereum right now. I don't think people are as hungry, and I think even the people in the upper class or the middle class, are really just tightening their vests, right? They're focusing on the things that they need to sustain themselves. Not to mention, maybe they're donating to the North Carolina Relief Fund or the Florida Relief Fund. Maybe they're in a position that they don't want to spend, 20 grand on a Bitcoin ETF. Maybe they want to just get direct allocation, right? They don't want to go through some centralized entity. They're getting smart. I would love that. They're wanting to custody their own Bitcoin instead of going to these ETFs. The ETFs just open up different avenues for others to get involved in blockchain and Bitcoin, but some people may just get some ETFs and then direct exposure, right? Hey, I got my finance guy that I love, or my nephew that's really good with finance. He's got a hardware wallet. I'm just gonna let him hang on to it. We got a backup. We got a multi-sig, whatever, right? And so they're getting direct exposure rather than going through the ETFs. And the ETFs are kind of like the gateway, right? The original gateway is, whatever centralized exchange you want, you get involved. And then as you gain more knowledge of blockchain and crypto, you want more and more exposure. And not all cryptocurrencies that you might want exposure to are on ETFs. So guess what? Maybe you find a way to get direct exposure. So while the ETFs inflows are low, and some people count that as a cause for concern, I think it's just a low point, right? We just keep chopping sideways, and people aren't as interested. And again, hopefully my theory is right. They gain some exposure in ETFs and then realize that they want more direct exposure and direct control over the digital assets that they looked into. But yeah, basically, Grayscale bled 8.7 million, 21 shares, bled some, and it has seen zero for the last 8 consecutive days. The low demand relative to the spot Bitcoin ETF could be attributed to spot Ether ETFs launching at the wrong time. That's a good point, right? Not exactly the best time for Ethereum right now. It's still below 25K. I'm sure if it starts climbing up to 3K, 4K, people would be very, very interested. But we got a quote here that says, in the moment, people are waiting. I think they're in wait and see mode because of the uncertainty in the election, the regulatory situation in the U.S., and some of the socio-political stuff. Everything is a little bit flat right now, relatively speaking. And I would agree with that. We talked about that many times throughout this channel in various streams as well. Now, I doubt that many of you are impacted by this. But real quick, I believe Little Time Mining is saying that they believe Bitcoin could fall to 59K overnight. That's certainly within the realm of possible, right? From where we are to 59K. And let's say middle 59K, because we've been bumping off of 59K for a while. It's only a 5% decrease, not a big drop. We will go below this legacy yellow line right here, this legacy line. But again, there's some major support at 60, which we've broken past many a times. 58, 56, 52, 50, 48. Like, it's just a step down every single time. But it's certainly not on the realm of impossible that we could fall that far. But I don't think anybody is... Oh, what's up, Geek and Vault Trades? Goat. Just stop by to smash the like button. The rest of you degens need to do right, meow. Appreciate you, bud. Hope you're doing good. Hope all of you guys are doing good. Anybody here in Florida with me? You guys, everybody okay? I know some of our crypto mining content creators were in Tampa or Florida. I believe they're safe. But, thoughts and prayers as they clean up, pick up, do whatever they need to. But anyways, Mt. Gox. Does anybody have any assets in Mt. Gox that they never got back? I have a couple friends of mine because we've been in a space for a hot minute. Retro Mike, you're an OG too. A lot of people don't know that. You've been in space for a hot minute. You don't have a Mt. Gox, right? But anyways, if you did, and you don't have to dox yourself or confirm, but I'm pretty sure there's some OGs with us, that Mt. Gox is postponing repayment deadline to 2025. They need more time. But also, the Mt. Gox payment slowing is a good thing, right? Because we don't want a lot of people selling when the market's already flat. So, and I know people need their money. Honestly, regardless if the market was flat or not, and the impacts that some of these sellers could have, I would prefer them get their damn money because they've been waiting long enough. But delaying it or postponing it until 2025 after the elections, maybe the economic situation is better, they're gonna get it, and now Bitcoin's gonna be at 78K, 92K. And they're going to be like, oh my God, this is life-changing money. I can't believe this happened. I finally got my Bitcoin from Mt. Gox from years, eons ago. And I would be completely stoked for them to go ahead and take profits and do whatever they need to. because they've been waiting so patiently for so many years, since 2014. So yeah, if you are affected or you're waiting, unfortunately, payments can be delayed all the way to October 31st, 2025. So that's the deadline. Is they got to repay creditors by October 31st, 2025. Just giving them more time. Maybe they didn't complete it. Maybe they just need more time to move funds around, get the right people paid, right creditors, whatever. But yeah. Manhunt underway for accused crypto fraudster GIGA after he skips bond in a $150 million case. A German national who is under home detention on a $5 million bond case, which was charged for overseeing a $150 million cryptocurrency fraud or scheme. GIGA is suspected of having tampered with his ankle bracelet monitor on October 3rd in Brooklyn. The Brooklyn U.S. Attorney Office told a judge. GIGA is scheduled to begin trial in March on multiple charges of securities fraud and conspiracy related to multi-level marketing scheme known as USI Tech. Prosecutors say that Ether and Bitcoin crypto valued about $150 million was sent to a cryptocurrency deposit address controlled by GIGA after USI Tech stopped operating. Right? A lot of these firms, and we've seen this isn't the first time, right? A lot of these firms go belly up and people just send money to their friends and themselves, right? We've seen that with EK without being involved in crypto, just paying himself whatever the heck they want, or not him, because there's multiple people that are that were part of that stupidity. But just paying friends and family under alias names, organizations, whatever, right? I'm gonna make sure to get mine, even though my company is failing, and screw the employees, screw the users, screw anybody who's involved. Retro Mice says Trezor, as of February 2025, Dash, Bitcoin Gold, Namecoin, Vertcoin, Gigabyte will no longer be supported in Trezor's suit. Please transfer your funds before they change takes effect. Holy crap. Trezor. Let's see if I can find it with updates. No longer support. No longer support. No longer support. So they no longer will support by February 2025. What's going on with Trezor? Why are they doing that? So they would no longer support, and if you don't know what Trezor is, right? Trezor is a crypto hardware wallet. It's been around in the space for quite some time. A lot of people like to use it. You can use it, connect it to various apps, Wallet Connect, so on and so forth. But in February 2025, Dash, Bitcoin Gold, Namecoin, Vertcoin, and Gigabyte will no longer be supported. So if you have any funds in there, go ahead and get it out. Thank you, Retro Mike, for that update and that news bulletin. Breaking news, Retro Mike tells us. Damn you to link for the depreciated coins page. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and get Discord open up. I close it for the stream because I know you guys are like, make the beeping stop. It's so annoying. I do got a video to play here, and Red Panda Mining is coming on live afterwards, so please hang tight. Visit sites. All right, here we go. Let me close out Discord. All right, so what do we got here? What do we got here? What are depreciated coins? Why are we depreciating these coins? Maintenance costs. All right, so they're removing it because of maintenance costs, preventing future problems, normalizing coin removal, low market capitalization, user activity. That's the biggest one. Usually when a coin is removed from an exchange, it's because of low market activity, user activity, new addresses, whatever. A lot of metrics, a lot of data. But yeah, so Dash, Bitcoin Gold, and what happens when I click on it? Okay, just take me to the Bitcoin Gold version. Safe and secure Bitcoin Gold wallet. Did they got a page for every asset? That's stupid. Let me click on Dash. Oh, that's stupid. So they just got copy paste of the same page, just changing the name of the token that the person might look up or whatever. But please note that these assets will still be supported by Trezor firmware firmware so you can continue to protect your funds by using Trezor hardware wallet and suitable third-party application. Okay, it just won't be in the suite. So what I do with hardware wallets is I do connect through third-party applications, right? Like Phantom, you can use your ledger on the Solana network. Ethereum, you can use MetaMask. Like you can still use third-party applications, but the assets will still be supported by the Trezor firmware. It just won't be supported by the Trezor suite. So yeah, Trezor suite for web. I never played around with the online web one, but we could download the desktop app, or we can use allow anonymous data. Nope. Confirm. So connect and unlock your Trezor. And you can use this suite or the desktop app, but again, it's just not going to be supported in the suite, but you can still use any third-party applications, wallet connects, yada, yada, yada. But anyways, Jika's getting, he's on the run, right? Manhunt underway for the accused crypto fraudster after he skips bond in a $150 million case, messed with his ankle bracelet, yada, 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 whatever. It's the tale as old as time. It's going to continue to happen because we got jerks in this space that like to commit fraud and rip off people. 3 key metrics point to up-only season in altcoins, analysts say. So basically, this article is calling for an alt season pump. We could use it. I know a lot of us would love to see it. I think Cass puts that back down. And again, thank you to Retro Mike for making us aware of the Trezor situation. Ledger did the same thing, is what they say, with a couple of those coins a couple months ago, right? Low activity, low market interest, so they remove it, but you can still use your hardware wallets with various third-party applications that might be supported by the crypto projects or tokens or whatever it might be. By removing the coin from their official app, but removing, so wallet builders will have to implement. Electrum already supports Trezor, so you can still continue to use it. But going back to the altcoins, Caspa, baby. Come on, Caspa. Can we get to 20 cents? Can we get to 25 cents, sweetheart? Come on. I'm begging you here. I'm begging you. Get away from 13 and 16. I'm so tired of 13 and 16. Just go. Please. But this article is talking about altcoin season on the rise. Possible, at least. Whether or not it will happen, we'll have to see. But the altcoin season index has been forming one of the most bullish patterns for 3.5 years, says someone or an analyst on an X post. The analyst was referring to the inverse head and shoulders chart pattern that had formed on the Blockchain Center's altcoin season index chart between 2022 and 2024. An inverse head and shoulders pattern is a bullish indicator that signals a downtrend. The downtrend is easing and buyers are becoming more dominant in market. This means Bitcoin dominance could be waning and the altcoins could begin to outperform, signaling the start of the altcoin season. Up-only season is near, in my opinion, says the person on X or Twitter. Although the index has been recovering, it currently stands at 39, meaning only 39% of the top 50 cryptocurrencies by market cap have outperformed Bitcoin over the last 90 days, according to the Blockchain Center. This falls short of 75% level required to declare alt season. All right, so 40% is not good enough. We need 75%. Meanwhile, the RSI, the stochastic RSI, a momentum oscillator that measures the relative position of RSI within its range over a specific period, has produced a bullish crossover on a 3-week chart, which independent analyst Titan of Crypto claims is a signal that a major altcoin rally could be just around a corner. Typically, when the bullish crossover forms on the 3-week, stochastic RSI, sorry if I mispronounced that, is a powerful move to the upside follow. So here's the chart, and everybody's expecting and here's a crossover down here, an altcoin rally. Would you like an altcoin rally? I would like an altcoin rally. Would you like an altcoin rally? Let me know in the live chat. The ongoing recovery in altcoin is part of a rebound in total 3, the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, that began on September 6th. Data from Cointelegraph Market Pros and TradingView shows that Total 2 has increased by 19% from a low of 516 billion on September 6th to a high of 617 billion on October 7th, before retracing to the current value of 601 billion. This uptick has seen a Total 3 rise above the key support zone, stretching from 589 to 596 billion, as shown in the daily chart. Traders book profits on the RSI on the daily chart reached a near overbought conditions on the 69 at 69 on September 30th, suggesting that altcoins were becoming overvalued. But Total 3 holds above the major resistance zone mentioned above. Altcoins could continue their recovery, and sustained recovery could signal the beginning of a much awaited altcoin season. Like Solana, another big one, right? $200 Solana? No, below 150. Right? Ethereum, not over 2,500. Right? What's another big one? Dogecoin down quite a bit. Caspa fell out of 16. Right? Toncoin, no longer around 7. Shiba Inu was making new all-time highs, and now it's flattened out. Right? Chainlink, I need you to do something too, bro. Polkadot, you already pissed me off. I don't care. Sue's doing pretty good. Like, Sue's chart's looking a lot better compared to everybody else as people move to newer blockchains to start developing and building and stuff like that. But we'll have to wait and see, man. I'm excited I would love an altcoin season, but I'm still accumulating Bitcoin. And I'm pretty sure Bitcoin, even if the dominance had fallen, right? Like right now, Bitcoin dominance is at 56%. Even if Bitcoin dominance had fallen to say 48 or 52, I think Bitcoin while it may be outperformed in the short term, is obviously going to outperform everything else in the long term. So let me know your thoughts. Are you ready for an altcoin season? Hit me up in the comment section below or in the live chat. FBI creates fake cryptocurrency to expose widespread crypto market manipulation. So basically, they shoved it in your face, or our faces, saying that, hey, we can do it too, and we can wreck you. But they created its own cryptocurrency company called Next Fund AI. This website was created at the direction of Federal Bureau of Investigation as part of the investigation of cryptocurrency fraud and market manipulation. For more information, click here. All right. And it looks like there's supposed to be buttons here, but it's not. Can we bot a token? Come on, FBI. I want to bot a token. I'll do it. You pump it. I'll do it. Contract address. Oh, snap. It looks like Ethereum. Let's go to Etherscan. Come on, Billy. Oh, snap. Wait, that's not a contract. Is it a contract address? Token next F. There's 372 holders. What the hell? I gotta look into this. That's so awesome. So basically, the FBI is trying to rub it in our face that, hey, we could create a token and commit a fraud very easily. Be careful, because this fraud is rampant. I want to write something to him. I'll write something to him later. Another one, too. The Telegram CEO Derv's arrested hasn't dampened the enthusiasm for Ton blockchain. We could see Ton has fallen significantly compared to where it was. $7, high sixes. But still, a lot of people believe in Ton in the long term, despite his arrest in August and later released on a $5 million bail in France, charged with running a company complicit in distributing, unfortunately, child sexual abuse materials and facilitating drug trafficking and organized fraud. Predictably, the crash of the price of the network's cryptocurrency Toncoin by a third. But last Wednesday, you can see signs of gloom is a long line of people waiting to get into the party hosted by Ton, the blockchain that runs on Telegram. Indeed, the crowd of developers, marketers, investors, and other players on the blockchain ecosystem was in the mood to celebrate. A few hours earlier, Ton had announced a Korea blockchain week that transactions on the blockchain had crossed $1 billion mark. So basically, active users continue to build, people wanting to develop it on it, products, stuff like that. So while the person it's at the top is doing stupid shit again. I don't know why rich people do stupid shit, but doing stupid crap. And despite his arrest, people are still excited for the core fundamentals, the blockchain, the project, and stuff like that. But certainly do not condone any of the areas in which, if that is found true, right? So he was arrested in late August, but released on a $5 million euro bail. Not sure when the court is. I really don't care, to be honest. But if you're evading legislation, you're evading taxes, and you're participating in all that shadiness, then yeah, fuck off. Anyways, 2 men in Miami and Los Angeles charged with $230 million cryptocurrency scam, FBI says. Another one, just be careful of all these scams and stuff like that. I believe some of the names you know. Lam, a Singaporean citizen who went by the online moniker Anne Hathaway. And Sereno, who used Various God or Skid Star, was arrested Wednesday night and appeared in the U.S. District Court in Florida and central blah, 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 yada, yada. Video shared on social media Thursday. Federal authorities raided a luxury home. Blah, blah, blah. They were indicted for carrying out crypto thefts and laundering the stolen cryptocurrencies through exchanges and mixing services. And mixing services are out there, but be careful because the FBI, the NSA, and everything are watching it, and they will wreck you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set up to where we're going to go over to Red Panda mining after we are done here. But what I want you guys to do here... Oh, whoa, Red Panda's not going live? Hang on one second. I want to watch this video with you guys with Crypto Wendy O. It's a 2-minute video as I look for Red Panda. So hang tight for me. Let me go ahead and open up desktop audio. Let's test the audio real quick.
Yikes, we have some big news that just...
Oh, my God, she was loud. Sorry, sweetheart. Sorry, Miss Wendy. All right, watch your ears.
Yikes, we have some big news that just broke regarding fraud in crypto, and it's not looking that great. I'm Wendy O. I talk everything crypto every single day. Like this video, drop me a comment with your thoughts, and if you want more, you can get more by liking this video with all alerts set. This article is from Reuters. U.S. charges 18 people, companies with cryptocurrency fraud. And the way they're able to do this is the FBI. They created a crypto token called NextFun AI to identify, disrupt, and bring these alleged fraudsters to justice. So basically, the FBI has been infiltrated in crypto, which they're in every single industry, so it's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, they were able to catch these bad actors. Well, alleged bad actors. So these federal prosecutors in Boston charged the firms Gigabyte, ZM Quant, and CLS Global, as well as the leaders and employees of those and other companies. This also included people overseas. And there's always a lot of people in crypto that are like, okay, I'm going to move to this country and do X, Y, and Z. You see this talked about all the time. And guess what? You are not untouchable. 5 people already agreed to plead guilty or have done so. And the prosecutors...
That's because they flipped. Okay, I just want to say that. They pled guilty because they flipped. Just FYI. And she is 100% right, and I've been saying this for a long time. You are not untouchable. There is ways to track and trace through the blockchain, especially as analytics have grown and analysts has spread up all over the place. Like, I'm a blockchain analyst, but I don't do it on a day-to-day, like my day job. I do it when it's needed for audits or various purposes, or tracking down whatever information ZachXBT, CoffeeZilla, or whoever's trying to show me.
Accused defendants of engaging in the crypto equivalent of stock market pump and dump schemes that involve sham trades, artificially inflate and trade volume of various cryptocurrency tokens before selling them off. And even though this does happen in a lot of other industries, and we have public servants that do insider trading, don't do bad things. They will catch you, especially in crypto, because everything is public. And again, this is why on the channel, we disclose everything. We disclose everything. And we like to play it safe. But prosecutors said that from 2018 to 2014, Gigabyte was engaging in a form of market manipulation called wash trading. Some evidence was also taken from a 2019 interview with Nduum. And here's a list of some other people that were involved as well. Also, Chinese founder, UAE. You are not untouchable anywhere. Now, with all this being said, this is unfortunate that it happened. But I do want to remind you that there are bad actors everywhere. And in the United States, you still have to go to court and prove your case. So this information did just break, but I'm sure we'll be hearing more information on the entire story. I will update you guys once I get more information.
And by the way, this is not the only federal project that is undercover. Just FYI, there's a couple other ones that I'm aware of. Uh, for my safety, I'm not gonna say what they are. But it's crazy what they're doing. They're setting up traps, honeypot traps for the honeypotters, and they're setting up traps for the market makers that manipulate the shite out of a particular project, whether it's new or OG, just with low liquidity, whatever it might be. So just be careful. Now, I do have some updates coming in the future, big updates. Cats of Crypto, 3 exchanges is going to list a token coming up in the future. Stay tuned. Follow the Cats of Crypto Twitter. Been talking to the team about it. Really, Pellish has been leading the charge and trips. Want to give them a huge shout out, working on the background. Arc updated the website. I'm just consulting in a consulting capacity right now, but also looking at some other opportunities and stuff like that, because the Radium V3 update really screwed not only Cats of Crypto, but Coochie Coin. And there's some updates coming with Coochie Coin as well. I still haven't shot my video about, launching a Solana tokens, things I've learned, which I would love to do so you can learn from my mistakes and improve yourself. But the biggest thing from the creation of Demo Cats, Coochie Coin, and Cats of Crypto is don't overpay some easy token creator website to make your token. Save the funds, because you're going to need that in order to properly launch your token and add liquidity, right? So create it yourself. Follow my guide. It's open. It's available on my YouTube channel. Create your own token on Solana. Come up with a sound foundation. If you do want me to consult to a certain degree, I can try to, but really right now, I'm not taking on any more work unless I'm getting paid, because I do not have the bandwidth for all the free projects that I have been a part of. It's just between my family, Papa Serpent situation, the hurricanes, everything, my work, and trying to maintain this channel and work on these projects, I do not have the bandwidth. But if you could throw me a little something, and you need some help, whether it's consulting for, mining configuration, overall setup, large scale, small scale, mid scale, what I should buy, what computer parts I should build. If you want me to I'll throw something together on PC Parker, throw it your way. If I got a budget of $500 to $300, I want a gaming laptop, what do you recommend? Hit me up. There's a way to contact me. If you go to the About section on the YouTube channel, you can get the contact email, but I prefer, because I don't always check my email, is Twitter or Discord. I'm probably going to open up the Discord, but I don't want to, because it's just so peaceful in there. Very little there's the people I care about, and you are in there, but the bots and the craziness aren't. And because I like to keep it quiet, like everybody else in Discord can get flooded. I'm happy for their growth. I don't want the craziness and the spammers in my Discord. And there have been a few that popped in, but I haven't opened it up to general public. But I'm on all the major Discords, all your favorite content creators, Red Panda, Rabbit Mining, whatever. Find me, DM me, Twitter, DM me, at me on Twitter, which I've been getting blown up lately. Telegram, I'm on all the major platforms. Instagram, let me know if you need help. I'll be happy to help in some form or fashion. But again, only if you're going to compensate me in some form or fashion. Like, I can't take on any more free work, and I'm a yes person, and I've been called out by colleagues in the space and even my wife. I need to stop telling people yes, because I just keep on taking on work but not being compensated for that work. But I'm just a nice guy. I want to help people, but at this point I can't take on anymore. I don't have the bandwidth. So it doesn't look like Red Panda Mining is going live. Do you guys see Red Panda Mining going live anywhere? Because I don't. I see Rabbit Mining coming on at 1 p.m. But I don't see Red Panda. I guess Red Panda might be taking a day off or something. So any questions, comments, concerns? Cats Crypto says, have a good day, you too. Pellish, are you going to tell them about your thing? Well, just did. Tech man in USA, now prove your case equals prove your innocence. Yeah. Good morning. Dan Sand, Serpent. If your friend asked you which solo home miner is the best bang for the buck, which one would you say? Ooh. I mean, what kind of solo mining are we doing? Like, so like Bitcoin, I like the Apollo 2, but the chances of hitting a Bitcoin block are very slim. If you're talking about other applications or projects, that's a completely different story. Do you have a particular project in mind? If you best bang the buck. If a friend asks you which home miner is the best bang for your buck, home miner. The Nano 3s I heard from Crypto Mikkel, and I'm not sure how many people we have, but can you guys confirm this? The Avalon Nano 3 are blowing up or dying because they're just running so damn hot. But I like the Apollo. I like the Nerd Axes. The Nerd Axes are one of my favorite. But at home miners, solo miners, I mean, you could solo mine tokens with your GPUs. It's just whether or not they're profitable tokens. They might be like you could solo mine a bunch of the newer tokens, right, through your own Stratum node, right? Retro Mike makes it easy, and I really love it. Docker containers for a lot of the Caspa forks makes it super easy. Stratum Bridge, solo mine through your own node, and then earn a bunch of that token, and then sell it when it goes live on a market. Retro Mike's been putting out some really good content. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. But like the at-home miners, what do we got? We got the Apollo 2, we got the Avalon Nano 3, we got the Nerd miners, the Bit Axes, we got the mini Doges, we got all kinds of stuff. The DG1, but see, that's not solo mining. So solo mining at home, what miner is the best bang for the buck? It's a valid question. Hard question to answer because it depends on the project. Like, I'm getting in my own head right now, trying to figure this out. We want something that's not too expensive. I can't solo mine with the AL0. I mean, you could, but it's gonna take for. Ooh, is it even sold anymore? $300. Not bad. I don't even think this page has it anymore. G1. It does have it, but it doesn't show anything. I thought the G1 minis were actually doing pretty good for solo mining Grin. It just has the G1. It's not as profitable. But wasn't Grin popping off there for a minute? Or at least some like Grin CT32 variant? Oh, Tech Man, you're on officially on vacation. Good job. Sam Fisher, we'll return to your question in a minute. I'm trying to still figure out Dan's question. Just BTC for lottery mining. Yeah, so the Apollo 2, but it's expensive. So if you don't want the full node, let's go look at that real quick. So Apollo, and if you want to check out some reviews on my channel, because like I love the Apollo 2. I got some Apollo 1s. Oh my god, why does it keep erroring like that? That's the only problem, is it keeps erroring. It's online. I know it's online. Matter of fact, let's go to solo CK pool stats. Come on. Load, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. CK pool down? Hang on. Yeah, see, my BitX is on there. The Avalon Nano 3, which is still working. There's a Nerd Axe. The Apollo X2. There you go. So the Apollo X2, it's still online. I don't know why the UI. You know what it is? I'm connected to 2 networks at the same time. That's why it's giving that error. So yeah, about 7 terahash. I think it's like 252 watts. Not bad. But the NerdX or the Apollo X2, but again, the Apollo, not the X, but let's see here. Future. Why can't I type? How much are these now? They might have went down in price. I haven't checked it in a minute. So full node and standard. So let's see how much the full node is. So standard is 800. Woo! Full node is 1,000. Definitely maybe not the best bang for the buck. What's the NerdX getting us? Yeah, so not even 1 terahash. There's something better than that, though. There's certainly something better than that. Let's go to ASIC miner value. Bitcoin. What is that? 1,000 watts? Oh, I remember this. Never mind. I don't know why I got all trippy about it. Yeah, at-home solo miner. The Avalon Nano 3 or the Apollo are good options. It's just the Avalon Nano 3, we need more data sets. I need to confirm if you guys know a lot of people that are their devices are dying. Like you're leaving it on high, it's running really hot, and the chips just die. Like it needs a better cooling solution, stuff like that. We need more data sets to know how many people are being affected. You know, are your devices died? What happened? What led up to it dying? Maybe we should do a report on it. But I need you guys, the community, to get us more data, okay? Either Crypto Mikhail or myself. I think Crypto Mikhail is probably going to report on it. But it would be nice to have more data, like concrete data, maybe some pictures, tear down and get some pictures. You know, is the sidewall, the chip blowing out, the silicon itself? Is there, you know, various SMDs that are just popping, whatever fuses, VRMs, whatever it might be. But yeah, I like the Apollo 2 or... Isn't there a new one coming out from Gecko Science? Hang on one second. You saw that Mine Disrupt. Did it ever come out? Yeah, this is like heating plate. Coffee warmer. How much is this? Pre-order now. 600 gigahash, 27 watts. So basically a NerdX, but a little bit more hash rate. And it heats your coffee. I could certainly use that. Or scented candles. For 300 bucks, it's not bad. I might, we need to hit them up and try to get them to let us do a review of this unit. But I know there's also like these other miners. And Bitcoin Merch has some as well. How much is this? 600 bucks, 2.4 terahash, up to 3 terahash. Requires 12 volt DC and USB controller with CG miner. It looks like it's powered by a 6-pin, a barrel plug, and there's a Type-C cable to connect to it. But 3 terahash doesn't tell us the power draw though. 600 bucks though, it's not bad. All right, so Terminus A1. The nucleus is 1.5 terahash, 60 watts USB-C power. Looks like a Raspberry Pi or daughter board connected. Yeah, integrated Linux controller with full Wi-Fi. 1.5 terahash, 60 watts. Okay, but you can get 7 terahash at 252 watts. So let's do the math on that real quick. So let's do, what is it? 1.5 divided by 60. That's 0.025. And then let's do 7.1 divided by 252. that's 0.028. So the Apollo has better efficiency. And then I think the NerdX is 0.55 divided by 25, 0.22. So yeah, the Apollo has the better efficiency. But if this new miner comes out and we get the power draw, that could be pretty efficient. Let's go look at Bitcoin merch. Check out Decentral too. Decentral's got some pretty cool stuff. Decentral, what is it? Decentral Tech. It's the same one. I always forget their website. But that's how I got some of the nerd axes and stuff. I worked with them. Nope, that's not it. I can't remember their name. Decentralized is like decentral and decentralized is just so popular. 90 gigahash USB, 350 gigahash, compact combo, 600 for the terminus. I think that's a previous version too. USB. What? Why are they selling this for only 200? We're on the website. Hang on one second. Gecko Science website is selling it for 300 pre-order, but Bitcoin merch is selling it for cheaper. Wow, that's some undercutting ass shit. I thought y'all were friends. And it says order now, but when is it going to be delivered? On pre-order, no ship, no ETA yet. Okay. I got his name. I got to reach out and see if I could get one for review, and then maybe I could talk him into letting me do a giveaway or something. But yeah, man, I like the Apollo 2. Maybe find some used Apollo 1s. They're not going to be as efficient, but Apollo 2s are super efficient right now, unless the Gecko Science versions come out are a lot better. Or the Avalon 3, but don't run it on high. Hit up Alter Tech for it. Okay, also check Discord for pics. All right, I will. What are we mining? LO is Strex. So I'm mining a Leo. Matter of fact, let's just start over real quick. Let's just clear this all out. Because we're going over time on purpose, because Red Panda is not going live, it seems. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please hit me up. Thank you for all your support and super chats and all that stuff. Let's start over. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. And Mikkel distracted me. Oh yeah. No, Mikkel, you didn't distract me. I'm just giving you shit. GPU calculator. All right, let me log in real quick. Log in. All right, hardware. Estimate for all. Calculate. And I'm not at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, but I calculate the correct one. Oh, I did it wrong. 15, calculate. Yeah, so Aleo is what I'm playing around with right now. But see, look, Mimble coin, Kaku 31. Some of the miners that are out there, if you get that to work, you might be looking pretty good. But yeah, a lot of Autolycos and Pyron hash, or Autolycos something Conflux Pyron hash, Ironfish Pyron hash was a big one, Dynex. But like if you look at my current electricity, like everything's negative $2 a day, whereas Aleo is not. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm also obviously diversified, mining Bitcoin. Unfortunately, FPGAs. I think there's some new bit streams out there, but you can see the FPGA's hashrate.node took away the C1100, so you can't even calculate that anymore. Check my sheet and my channel for the link to the sheet that gives you the numbers for, Lithium, Caspa, the original Ironfish, which is no longer mineable by FPGAs. Didn't really mess around with Gram because I don't like the high commission rate, but you can go to the calculator and put in the numbers manually and see what the profitability is. But basically, it's like 10 cents, 20 cents. So they took it away. So really, you know, the CoEngine P2, the Superscaler K10, the Osprey E300 are the only ones, but they're all unprofitable, right? They're all, as far as the electricity costs, markets are down. So yeah. I'm tuning my Kia Zero Ultra right now. Thanks for the vid. No problem, Rizzo. I'm glad you got it going. Were you able to reset and then update the firmware and then change the password? Because I know sometimes I always encourage people to not leave the stock password on a machine. But then when we bumped into like the Lux OS, the Brains OS for Bitcoin ASICs, they need the stock password to be set so that way the OS can talk to the unit, which I don't like for security reasons. But I usually, if I'm going to go straight to a firmware update, I boot the machine, factory defaults, straight to firmware update, don't even mess with the monitor settings. And then once I get into the new firmware and the new UI, I start to, set up everything the way I want and tune and test. So right now, it's actually getting cooler here in Florida. After the hurricane, the cool front came in. I'm not sure how the fall temperatures up there where you guys are. So this is the Bitcoin ASIC. If I move out of your way, you will see we're around 22 joules per terahash. Could be better. It certainly could be better. I'm not running as efficiently as I would like to, but I'm waiting for winter. And when winter gets here, we're going to do some more tuning. I talked about this and the tuning capabilities with the Epic Blockchain control boards. I really loved them. 2 S19K Pros with Epic Blockchain boards. And I'm doing just fine, trying to, maximize my diversity, right? Bitcoin mining, FPGA mining, GPU mining, small at-home miners mining, everything just accumulating, CPU mining, yada, yada, yada. But there is a project, a proof of work project coming your way. I will let you know as soon as it launches, mainnet, all that good stuff. Work is in progress. Part of the team, not the leader of the team. Again, another project that I am offering my services to and not getting paid because I'm just a nice guy. But the leader and the leadership, despite some of the recommendations or items or offerings I provided or contacts I provided, chose to go different ways. So I'm just, again, here's this, take it or leave it. They don't take it. All right, well then here's this. They take it or they start it and then they go in a different direction. So I just let the leaders do what they do, and I just try to help however I can because, again, I'm limited on bandwidth. Let's look at CPU mining real quick. So if I had a bunch of CPUs, I'm still mining Veris. Yeah. So 7950 X3D, making around 31 cents a day. 3950X, still looking really, 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 really good. Despite the age, 14 cents a day at 15 cents per kilowatt hour. 5950X, 18 cents a day with either a mix, or 33 cents on Veris, 18 cents on Zephyr. 9950X, only 4 cents or 32 cents respectively. 79X3D. What do I got? So I got a 5900X. So basically, what is it? Highest revenue, highest 24-hour profit, highest revenue, 24-hour profit. All right, so we're going to go this one. 9 cents a day, 5900X. Where's the 7950X? Did he not show it? No, there it is. 2 cents a day. So just because they share a similar name doesn't mean they do the same thing. 7950X X3D is still one of the best. Price has gone up, unfortunately. I want to see how the X3D, the 9000 X3D chips do. I really do. I'm very interested to see how they do. Let's go to GPUs. Top performing GPU, obviously, is still the 4090, 4080 Super, 4080, 4070 Ti, 4070 Ti Super, 3090 Ti, 3080, 12 gigabyte, 3080, right? So this is the one we're using in our system right now. Look at the CMP 170HX Let's go look those up on eBay. Yeah, I was looking at body kits and stuff for the Subaru. I found a car that I really like, but it's gonna cost $20K to get it. So CMP 178HX, 8 GB cards, floating point 64 and 32 performance sucks. So don't use it for like AI heavy applications, but lowest we could get is 550. Not too attractive at that price point for something that's only gonna net you 32 cents a day. Let's see, what else do we got? We got the 3060 in the other system. So that's making about 15 cents a day. And then all the other GPUs. I would remember I had a 4090 and I sold it. I got a 4090. It was way too expensive at launch, but it was even more expensive after launch. But I was able to get my hands on one. I did some content. I did some reviews. I gave you the data, and then I sold it because I needed the money. I do not have the capacity to just keep buying all this hardware just so I could review it and then sit on it. I have to figure out ways to keep it going. You know, I do need to get a Vega GPU because it's my name. Like, I should get a Vega GPU if I don't use it to at least, you know, have it, right? Limited edition 114. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I should get the silver Vega card. $80. I have to keep my eye on it. I don't know what the hell I just did, but I just closed the chat somehow. Alrighty then. How did I do that? But yeah, do you think I should get a Vega card because it's my name? Any questions, comments, concerns? Because I'm going to let you guys go. It's 12:30. I got some other meetings and calls I need to do with colleagues. It's okay. Panda has changed his channel to UPS shipping station shipping channel. They're saying that Asterix is playing more than a Leo. Yeah, so I played around with Asterix too. It's paying more than a Leo. Yeah, so let's go to miningpoolstats.stream. Sounds like somebody just got home. Let me go see who that is. Yeah, Exegx. There's the price. I forgot what I was getting on Asterix. And I forgot what I did with my wallet. Where did I put the wallet? There's the node. I got so many freaking wallets. It's so yeah, web wallet. There we go. Asterix. Put in my password. All right, let that go. Yes, compound. And so let's go to Zegex. Let me make sure that's not a package for me. Hang on one sec. Any questions, comments, concerns, disappointments? Looks like my dad's trying to get a hold of me. Oh, just Joe taking out the doing his chores, so that's good. Spot markets. Asterix. I'm just curious about something. Can we go to it? Okay. USDT. So let's do market. Let's say we had, yeah, it's only like 44 bucks. Nothing too crazy. If you would have caught it at the very beginning, you would have been good. And I forgot how much I was earning with my GPUs. And remember, like Retro Mike, I'm pretty sure had a again, you know, a guide, a Docker. Retro Mike. Solo mining with core, Asterix. Yeah, solo mine Asterix. How to solo mine Asterix to your own node. Right, good video. 3 weeks ago. So people were stacking up. Then the market finally launched, and good money, right? But what was the volume? 3 million asterisks. Okay, so I don't even know how much that would have been. And the price doesn't always stay at that level, and then it dropped down. 470, 1.2 million, 300K, 143K, 447K, 583K, and now it's just kind of flatline. It's kind of in the middle of the road right now. It is picking back up, as you can see if we go on the shorter term. But yeah, if you got it and you were solo mining it and you made a good penny, congrats. But yeah, I'm not really chasing one particular cryptocurrency because I'm trying to get rich quick. I'm just doing it because I want to play around with it. I want to learn something new. But a lot of these tokens all replicate each other mostly, so it's going to be almost the same steps. We only got 3 pools. Mining 4 people has 63% on one side, which I don't like, but yeah. Oh, $5 donation. People will use you if you let them. Stick to non-biased reviews and grow. Yep. Well, people use me just for my kindness. They just want free shit. So, yeah. It's not so much that I still won't be objective or non-biased, but they just, especially people that don't have money. Like a lot of computer repairs or help that I do is because the person that they're lower class in a poor neighborhood. They got a really crappy computer, platter hard drive, thing loads, dual core CPU. Like, it's like, hey, like we could upgrade you. We could do this. Can you scrounge $300 together? Here's what I recommend. And then I do it all set up for free. Like, so no labor charge. It's like, I need to charge people, but they pull at my heartstrings, and I know they're in a very hard spot. Single mother, whatever, raising 3 kids, or a dad that is suffering from XYZ. It just sucks. So I'm gonna keep doing the right thing, even though it costs me. But I'm just saying out loud earlier that I can't take on any more projects unless I'm going to be compensated for it, because I just don't have the bandwidth. So in order to chop into that bandwidth and that schedule that I don't have time for, I need somebody to, whoever hires me or requests a service, is going to need to pay me at least. I will certainly adjust my schedule if they're willing to pay me. But anyways, no more questions, comments, concerns. Thank you for the $5, bud. Only a broke one if it's going to sit on the wall, blah, 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 retro, blah, blah. Yeah, it's basically parts only is what I'm looking for, Adam, because it's just going to sit on the wall. Recruitment got all of Red Panda's CMP 200 210s. What's up, Dom? Let me see something real quick. I'm just curious. How much is RTX 3070 going for right now? Is this for parts only? Or is this bid only? Pre-owned. Oh, that's a 1070. Why do you put on a 1070 on a 30? I asked for a 3070, you some biscuit. You some biscuit? Alright, buy it now. Lowest first. Probably gonna be a bunch of parts only. Water block. Shunt modded. What? 3070M shunt modded? No, I'm good. Thanks, bud. Okay, 218. That's not bad. Blower style cooler. Alright, so I would grab that and grab that. And so if I had two 3070s right now, calculate 41 cents a day. Okay, so 41 cents a day. I paid an average of 218 plus 250. All right, divide by 0.5 0.42 a day. Take me over basically 1,200 days to make my money back on these two GPUs. GPU mining is definitely not what it used to be. But I know a lot of people. Let's see how much a 4090 is right now. Just curious. 4090. What? Oh, that's just what? Hang on. Isn't the GPU in there? Can I just take the GPU out? No, I can't. Can I? Nope, certainly can't. Okay. 4070, 49. A lot of these gaming boxes. Oh, I can use that on the laptop though. It's not worth it though. I already have a 4070. 4070 does a pretty good job. Why is this 4070 so much? That shouldn't be that much. 39 Ti. Okay, where's all the 4090s? All right, there we go. So $1,000 still. And they stopped making them, so they're probably going to go up, and then the 5090, and it's going to be announced at CES. I don't know if I'm going to CES. They invited me back. I would be media again, but the cost to go there and live and stuff like that is just way too high. But we'll see. But it's still be good. Some good announcements coming this next coming CES. So we'll see how things go. eBay search function dumb now. Yeah. You made money back on a 4090? Yeah. You know what I really want to do? I want to see some rare stuff. What's a rare GPU? ATI HD 7950. Look at that. 3 gigabytes. Those are the good old days. 36 bucks. Sometimes I like to pop in some of my older GPUs, go to hardware bot, and just see what's popping and try to compete with something. Let's see any competitions going on right now. Competition overview. Opens November 1st, opens September 30th, ends October 31st. So push to hard work. What is this? FX 6300. So don't have an FX CPU. Okay. No really crazy competitions right now. Country Cup. Okay. Nvidia GPU. Oh, that was in 2022. Memory. So a lot of stuff coming up in November. Hell yeah. Team Cup. Closed September 15th. But yeah, I just like to come here and participate. Throw an old system on the bench and see how it does. You know, Cinebench, 7-Zip, Geekbench, SuperPi, Y Cruncher. You know, and just test and see and submit. There's rules to it, right? You gotta make sure you're taking the right screenshot. You got verification link, CPU-Z, GPU-Z, but I love this. This is what I've been doing for years, and I'm glad that Roman saved Hardware Bot from being closed, because I got some submissions on there that I would like to keep. Anyways, what is Hardware Bot? Hardware Bot is, so if you're an enthusiast overclocker, and I'm not talking, you don't have to be an exotic overclocker, right? You could just have a pretty good system with pretty good cooling, even if it's an old freaking downfire CPU cooler. You know, test the performance of your hardware and submit it, and you get hardware points. And you get points for you know, for example, Spave is #1 in the Elite League, right? And I think I wasn't too far along on the enthusiast side. I think I was pretty high up as far as like the league goes. but I haven't been participating as much as I used to. Matter of fact, let me log in real quick, see where I'm at. I need to get somehow the clocking going. But yeah, when I have more free time, I would do this. So let's go to my profile. Yeah, I fell down quite a bit. So I'm number 3 out of the U.S. on my team. I'm number 122 in the entire United States. I'm 6,282 out of 10,146. And out of the Enthusiast League, I'm getting to the bottom now because I haven't been submitting, right? I got a lot of global points, hardware points. I earned some competition points. I got a few achievements unlocked. They reset after a while, but yeah, just been going at this for a minute. Follow Billzoid, like he did a Fire Strike score with a 980 Ti. My son has my 980 Ti. I could throw that in the bench, get a good CPU going, and push it a little bit. I even would take, for example, matter of fact, let me grab it real quick. Hold on one second. Let me see if I could grab it. It's in my closet. Nope. It's like a Jenga puzzle right now in my closet. It would fall. But got an old AIO, right, that fits AM4, AM3, AM2 because of the way the AMD socket's made. And it's a Corsair AIO, the first one of the first ones, the H100i. And I would put the radiator, no fans, into a Ziploc bag, and then put that Ziploc bag radiator into a big jug that you make tea and juice and stuff filled with ice, salt, and water. So really, really cold, and then run my benchmark and get decent scores. So ghetto rig, non-exotic overclocking, but to an extent. Used to play around with LN2, sold all my pots, but you don't need all that. Just take your 360 rad, optimize it, right? Turn your pump up on high, maybe get as best airflow as you can. If it's the winter, maybe you could get some airflow from outside your house directly into the system. Understanding if it's humid outside, it's going to cause some issues. So just be mindful of the temperature, humidity, conditions, and just overclock your CPU and GPU. Go into the UEFI, overclock some stuff, PBO on, PBO off, manual clocks, lock in the core, 5.5 gigahertz, right? Memory, 6,800 megahertz, 7,000 megahertz, whatever. If your memory stick can't handle it, then don't do it. But knowing what to tune, timings and all, and then your GPU, and then you submit these bench, you run Cinebench, you run all these various softwares which you can install for free right off of hardware info. Most of those benchmarks are free anyways. Benchmate has them all included in one, but submitting it via Benchmate might be a different competition or prerequisite than the normal, but it walks you through it. So you just go to each benchmark, and you will see, for example, let me just show you this. Right, let's say we want to do Cinebench 24. Right, so Cinebench 24 is right here. I can download it. Right, if I open that up, it's gonna take me to a page where I can download it. I go to rules, and basically all I need to do is make sure I have CPU-Z 2.06 or higher installed, and the Windows taskbar must be visible, no screenshot clipping or cropping. And you can see this is what the picture looks like. So they got to be able to see your taskbar at the bottom, CPU-Z on 2 different tabs. You want the CPU and memory tab open. So we go to CPU-Z right now and open that up. I open up 2 of them, and then I open up what is it, Cinebench. I don't know why I was doing it through the Microsoft Store, but anyways, yeah. So I open up Cinebench. I got the CPU tab, the memory tab open, Cinebench over here on the left. Grab a screen grab, run it, grab a screen grab, and then submit it. And that's it. It's really that easy. To submit it, basically I come up here top right, submit score. It gives me everything in all the different categories. So multi-core, 2020 R23, a single core, and it says with Benchmate, right? So you got to use the Benchmate software. Otherwise, here's 24. So you click on that. You can choose file, or you can populate from previous submission. I could just click this, choose this, because it already has, for example, it's got my CPU, but it doesn't have the GPU. So the GPU is different. RTX, 3080. Right, and what bit is it, right? Is it a 384 bit or is it a 320 bit? Well, you can answer that with GPU-Z. And even though in my CPU test I want to run, it's just a CPU test, I don't really need it, I still open up GPU-Z just to show up. So this one is a 320 bit. You see the bus width right here? 320 bit. So that's the one we need to choose. It's RTX 3080, 320 bit. And then you put in your clocks and your memory. If we go back to GPU-Z, you can see it, right? So memory in GPU-Z is 1188. Boost is 1800, even though we can do better than that. And you just choose, what's your cooler? Is it an AIO, air stock, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you fill out basic information. Gigabyte, chipset, B650, model, B650 Aorus Elite. It's on air stock. Memory 32 gigabytes, cache latency 40. If you adjust that, make sure you put in your adjustments, and you can see that again on CPU-Z under the memory tab. It's right here. Everything's back to stock when I stream. I don't overclock it and use the same overclocking settings unless I'm gaming. But yeah, so there you go. You fill out all this stuff, and then you choose file for your screenshot. If there's a compare URL, you add it. Take a picture of your system. You can submit 4 pictures. Just make sure they're not too big. If you take it with your phone on 4K resolution, just scale it down using Paint or whatever. And then you just submit. You check I agree, and you hit submit. And you can even put, like, if you're doing this live, like automatic, Buildzoid, you can put in your YouTube URL. That's it. It's fun. I like it. I just don't have time to do it anymore, so therefore I'm losing points and I'm losing my position, but it's all good. I don't care about it that much. I don't need to be the top guy. Plus, there's no way in hell I'm be able to compete with Spaves and, Vince that used to work at EVGA and DeBauer and, obviously Jay and all the guys in Gamers Nexus. Matter of fact, I just talked to Steve from Gamers Nexus last night. Good to check in with them. Sounds like they're good up there in North Carolina. We're good down here in North Florida. Just checked in with him and yeah. So, but there you go. I did this. It was fun. Haven't done it in a while. Feel free to join us. I am doing a giveaway in Las Vegas, says Techman, for a crypto coin mindset and Hawks interview. $20 at the Bitcoin ATM. If you want to do a video, we can do that there. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I can't confirm if I'm going yet, but I will keep that in mind. Yeah, the pirate knows about hardware bot. We were talking about that privately a few months ago. You see turbo price today? What's turbo price? I think I got some turbo. Let's see here. It's turbo finance. This is what he's talking about. Turbo.finance, I believe. Right? Hang on. Wow, it's up 12%. Okay. Yeah, Sue's up, Turbo's up, a lot of things are up. So, Zapira, did you, at the beginning, not now, it sucks now, but do you see the token I had on here? What was it, mine? Mineral? You could mine mineral and then convert it to Sue. It was actually profitable in the early days. I haven't checked it again, but it was pretty interesting. You could mine mine or mineral and then convert it to SU or turbos or whatever. But I'm not sure if that works anymore. Oh, what? I'm doing a giveaway in Las Vegas for Crypto Coin Mindset and Hawks Interview. $20 at the Bitcoin ATM. If you want to do a video, we can do that there too. No, I mean, if you want to do a video and give it away, we can. I'll be in Vegas next week. Okay. Good deal. Good time, says Mikkel. Yeah, we were talking about that, mining mineral and stuff like that. Did you convert yours to SU or Turbo or anything, Mikkel? I converted mine. So I'm actually pretty happy that SU's up to $2.23. I'm not going to show my position, but yeah. Tech Man, we should probably chat to add some clarity before we say 100% yes. But yeah. Turbo meme coin. All right, so I'm just stalling right now for Rabid Mining. See, son of Rabid Panda, you got me all twisted, dude. I'm just stalling right now, waiting for Rabid Mining to come online. Ooh, Alabama's playing. Alabama's up 7 right now. Oh yeah, anybody like Diablo? Who's playing Diablo 4 expansion? I'm not. How is it? Anybody know? Anybody like anything? And see, look at Brandon Coin's thumbnail. Most profitable GPU mining. Talking about asterisks for now. That's exactly it. It's for now. Look at this vehicle going through the waters in Florida. But yeah, asterisks may be profitable, but for how long, we'll see. Not a lot of markets, only one exchange, only 3 pools. They got to continue to develop. There's like any other proof of work project. It takes time. Things don't just happen instantly. You mine it and get rich tomorrow. You just got to pay attention, be patient, and let it work its course. I could do a dedicated video, Tech Man. No, so I did mine asterisks. I'm not mining it right this second. I did mine asterisks. Putts. I'm not mining it right this second. But I did mine it. I could turn them back on very instantly or pivot, but I just haven't yet. Maybe I'll pivot back to it. Hit it, get paid, buy turbo is the plan. All right. Everyone's situation different. Some can mine cheaper than trading. Yeah, that's true. Some prefer trading and not mining, so they don't want to waste their electricity. But I mine and then I trade with the profits. You see what I'm saying? So I try to accumulate crypto via mining and then trade to expand my position and diversify my position. I did have to scale down, right? So my portfolio wasn't as diverse with all these S coins and altcoins and all this stuff. I had to scale it right back down. All right, Rabbit Mining.
Oh, nice.
Let me mute his sound real quick. Waiting for Rabbit Mining to go live here in about 5 minutes. Any question, concerns, comments? Let's see what's popping on CoinMarketCap. And Crypto Mikkel, I'm surprised you're still here, brother. I know you're always busy too, like me. Most of you guys are. I talk to a lot of you guys. You guys are like hustlers. We're like the hustling mining crew. This would be nice to get some serious cash so that way we can do some of the things we love. I know some of you are able to. I'm not, but it's all good. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Yeah, Panda says hold your mine coin. So I hang on to some of them, not all of them. but I do diversify. Dynex is up lately. Yeah, it certainly is. Let's go look at the Dynex chart real quick, just to kill some time until we wait for Reddit. So it's up 16, 17% today on the daily. On the 7-day, it's up 24, almost 25%, right? It's been sitting stagnant around that 32 cents for a hot minute, right? Since the beginning of October, but even back here, right? So 32 cents is kind of like, on 32 cents on Dynex is kind of like Caspa's 16 cents right now. But you can see after 1 year, you know, Dynex is down relative from the $1.27 high to the 40-ish cents right now. But overall, since it's been charted here on CoinMarketCap, opened up at 19 cents, fell to a low of 3 cents. It has since hit multiple highs, like $1.27, $1.22, $1.15, and 89 cents. But yes, it is up. They expanded. They got on different markets, which is exactly what I was saying they needed to do. Let's go ahead and expand to 50. These exchanges here in gray might have low volume, may have been delisted, might not be reporting accurately to CoinMarketCap. Doesn't mean that you can't still go there and trade. Trade Ogre just got a bad taste in my mouth. You know why? Trade Ogre, if you watch this, I wish you would have came up front with everybody, but it's whatever. CoinEx is definitely not a A-tier exchange, but it is an exchange. But then you got ZX, AlphaX, non-KYC, CoinW, a different version of CoinEx, which is USDT instead of Bitcoin, right? I don't see a lot of people trading their Dynex into Bitcoin, but whatever. By economy, XT, Bitmart, BingX, Mexi, and Gate. And Gate and Mexi has been the more popular ones, right? Like that's another one with lithium that, you know, here in the States, we have a hard time getting to an exchange. But I am trying to partner with an exchange that just started allowing lithium to be traded on its platform. We'll see if they bite and willing to, again, people reach out to me. They want me to review a unit. They want to send me hardware or charge me to send me hardware, which I don't really like. But I need cash flow. I don't need hardware. I like my house is full of technology and equipment, and I've been trying to get rid of it to help out with bills. I don't need more equipment. I need cash to sustain the channel, to do new things, to bring you guys exciting content. So I'm trying to work with partners and see if they're willing to do so. But stay tuned. If I get to, you know, finalize that deal, we'll see how things go. But yeah, Alphium needs to continue to expand. The biggest thing they ever did was to get an Ethereum bridge up and running. But you can see that the overall 24 volume is low. Okay? It's not as high as some of the top tokens. And they just need to continue to build, expand, grow, and kind of offset all the selling pressure that they're getting from the ASICs. Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. Last time I checked on Hondo makes $5 $20 bills. Let's do your channel, crypto and hot rod serpents and 20 other and 2 others. Okay. Tech man, can you talk? Yeah, I was gonna say, can you like hit us up in Discord? Can you hop on a call here in a second? Crypto Mikkel and Tech man in Discord. Let me know, Tech man. I could call Crypto Mikkel because you know we cool like that. I don't have your number, but let's see if we can hop in Discord. All right, Rabid Mining is live. You guys head on over there. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Much love, much respect. Be good to one another. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Otherwise, I'll keep bringing out content. I'm sorry once again, it's not the hottest topics, but just bear with me as again we're dealing with a lot here in the household, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Hopefully you got some useful information out of this video. Maybe I just didn't talk out of my ass and gave some useful insight to somebody, God willing. But if you got some useful information out of this video, make sure you hit that like button. But that's going to do it for today. So do me a favor, hit the like button on the way out. get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. There's a link to Crypto Miner Bros and many others. They're affiliate links. They help kick back to the channel. So if you got money to buy hardware and you can do it, go for it. But if you don't, hang tight. The markets will recover. Altcoins will pop off. GPU mining hopefully will do a lot better than it's been doing. And we'll see each other at the end of the line with much fuller wallets and greater expectations and blessings. I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, glass half full kind of guy. Anyways, get out of here. Have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.